Hey guys, welcome to some of the components that we're going to talk about today of the cardiovascular system. Cardiovascular system is going to contain, I guess, simply, if you want to put it simply, we have four components that we're going to focus with, and that would be blood, heart, vessels, and lymphatics. Now, I'm going to do this as quickly as possible. I also had another video that I made for this, and I deleted it as well, so my bad. But we will go on. There's no use for us to cry over deleted videos, which I may have done. Okay, so blood is pretty simple. It is a connective tissue, which is kind of funny, but it's connective because it carries nutrients and water to your whole body. And we know that your body is made up of quite a bit of water. So pretty important stuff. Basically, they are the carriers. Blood is the carrier of your nutrients to the rest of your body. Heart is your pump. Pretty simple. Everyone knows that. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Never stops going unless you die. So don't die quite yet. Vessels, transport tubes, arteries are away, capillaries are conjoining, and vessels or veins are returning. So let's put that there. Transport tubes. We have arteries. They take the blood away from the heart. Your capillaries are where your blood vessels coming from the arteries. They've flushed through your body, and then your veins are going to come pick it up through these small, tiny vessels called capillaries, and they break pretty easily. The capillaries, they're going to transfuse all the blood that is needing to be returned to the heart into the veins, and that's kind of where they meet up, which I'm going to put that here. I guess you could say the meet up, and then veins are going to take it returning to the heart. So pretty neat stuff. And then lymphatics, we all know, is basically it's filtered blood, but that is what helps you with your garbage disposal, for foreign objects, for problems in your own body. We call that your immunity. And it's just basically an extension of your blood system. Now, jumping down here, blood is made up of these two components. So I'm going to say blood. So blood is made up of your extracellular matrix, which bone has extracellular matrix. All the other tissues really do. But blood specifically, its extracellular matrix is going to be plasma. Okay, so plasma is going to basically contain water, electrolytes, and then proteins. Plasma proteins, I should say. I'm going to try to simplify this in a little chart here. Water, that's easy. You need water for your body. Electrolytes are going to attract water because you need water. And then the proteins, there's 3 of them that I'm going to mention today. And we're going to list them down here below. You have albumins. That's just how I say it to remember it. Albumins. albumins, which is basically it helps with transportation in your blood cells. Then you have, oh gosh, I can't read my handwriting. Globulins, like your goblins in your blood. Woo! And with globulin, you have another separating three. You have alpha, beta, and gamma. Alpha, again, is just going to help with transport. You have a lot of transportation in your system, so globulin is a protein that helps with transport. The beta globulin is going to be your clotting factor, is going to be helping in the clotting factor. I'm going to say that right here, clotting factor. And then your gamma is going to be helping with immunity or antibodies. I know you can't read that handwriting, but it's good stuff to have. Okay. The last one is going to be fibrinogen. Fibrinogen. If you can't read that, I guess I should write that bigger, huh? Fibrinogen. That's just going to be your main clotting factor within the protein section. Your cells actually have another thing that's going to help with the clotting. This is all basically the proteins in the plasma are supporting the main cells that do the clotting. So why don't I write those down now? Sounds good, right? The first blood cell that you guys are probably familiar with is going to be your erythrocytes. So you guys are probably not going to familiar with that at all. Urethros, oh my gosh, I'm shaking all over. Urethros is going to be blood. Urethros is going to be red. And then cytes is cell. Urethros is Greek for red. And then you have cyte, which is cell. Okay. Erythrocytes, we know they are the biconcave blood cells that you guys see in the show House. You guys know what they look like. There's no nucleus, biconcave, which gives it more surface area to transport. And you get new erythrocytes every 30 days. So that's pretty neat, right? The next blood cell you have is going to be your platelets or thrombocytes. Platelets. And this is responsible for clotting. So all of this protein in the plasma is like your globulins, beta globulins, and your fibrinogen is going to basically be supporting this type of cell, which is your platelets, which is for clotting. And then the last one that we want to talk about is your leukocyte, which is white blood cells. And leukos in Greek means white. This cell helps with your immunity. We've all heard of like leukemia, which is actually your body producing terrible white blood cells that won't do their job or do damage. And then thrombocytes, you think of stuff like hemophilia, where people have bad clotting, and even a small cut will make them bleed out. So there's the notes for basically, I guess, components